So you want to know about self-love. You want to figure out how to finesse your brain into thinking that you're hot, like other people keep saying that you're hot, but you somehow can't see it. Are you sure you want to know? Because once you unlock the self-worth and the self-love, it's really hard to put back in Pandora's box. I need you to pinky promise that you are going to use your newfound powers for good only and not taking over the entire world. Come on, pinky promise. I don't have all day now. Perfect, okay. Roll the intro. In order to make yourself feel good, you need to know what feels bad. There is a reason why you don't think you deserve love from yourself, or it could be from other people, whatever. I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm just some person with a YouTube channel. You need to figure out what exactly is hurting inside of you that needs to be addressed so that you can also think the sun shines out of your ass. Like me. Absolutely everyone has different needs when it comes to their self-love. There's no specific plan that I can give you that is going to be perfect, because the plan that I made up is perfect for me. I don't suggest doing this all in one night, although you can, you're an adult, I hope. I suggest journaling with the following question. What does the most hurt part of me need? And when I say hurt, I mean the hurt part. You're gonna have to go back deep, babe. You're gonna have to like revisit some childhood trauma. What is it that you aren't giving yourself that you would really benefit from there? But you're gonna figure out exactly what it is that you're looking for in your self-love journey. I call these your self-love principles or pillars or standards, whatever it is that you want to call them. It could be literally anything. When I journaled with the question, what does the most hurt part of me need? I was stuck in the way that I was presenting myself. I felt stuck in the way that I was dressing. I felt very frustrated being in a plus size body and not being able to find plus size things that I thought were cute and fitting. It was giving myself permission to really try out different things that I've always wanted to do and honestly always felt a little bit too ashamed of doing. I suggest starting off with 2 self-love pillars. Mine are creativity, expression, and consistency. Because when I gave myself permission to really dress how I wanted, when I gave myself permission to do my makeup how I wanted, it made me feel so much better. And I started off really, really small. Well, here's what I did. In my exploration phase, I bought a whole bunch of clothes that I never ever would wear outside the house. I bought a bunch of makeup that I really thought was too bright for my skin tone, and I just started playing around. And to me, that makes me happy. Here is my second tip or trick, whatever you want to call it, for self-love, and that is embrace the woo. Going to feel weird at first, saying affirmations, taking sexy selfies, getting dressed up in your best outfit to go to Target. It doesn't really matter what it is, you're gonna feel weird at first because it's something that's outside of your comfort zone. But you have to believe in the basically elasticity of your brain, that you have the ability to really change your thought patterns, and you have the ability to really change how your brain thinks about yourself. Even if it feels weird at first, even if it feels a little bit awkward at first, you just have to lean into the part of you that feels lit up by your action and only focus on the good. My second, like 2.5 trick, I guess I could call it, like, if you are anything like me, you do have a vain side. However, it's been blocked off by the self-limiting beliefs that you have about yourself. Everyone has the ability to feel like, oh man, I'm the shit, I'm perfect, you can't tell me nothing. Whether or not they show it is a different thing. So my trick is to record myself. Now, it doesn't have to be public. You don't have to share the things that you record with other people. My TikTok journey literally started with a self-love journey. I was seeing other people go on these journeys of finding themselves and learning how to love themselves, and I was like, I want in. So that's what I did, and for like 5 days straight, I put up my camera, I propped that bitch up, and I just started saying really good things to myself. We are going to say nice things about ourselves. One, I think that waist to hip ratio truly poking out. This ass, I think I'm beautiful. Look at this face. Why is this shit so hard? Like, it shouldn't be this hard, right? I started telling myself that I was beautiful. I started telling myself that I was the most amazing thing to ever exist. I pointed out all the features that I liked about myself, how my body looked. It did feel weird at first. I look back on those previous videos, and even though I was almost vomiting, saying good things about myself, I look back on it and I laugh because those are the things that really helped me along feeling good about myself. So take pictures, record. Who cares if you look a little bit silly? Those other people that are watching you, they don't really care about you. Because if they did and they think that what you're doing is silly because you're trying to find some enjoyment in being who you are, those people are not your friends. But when you get to a very low point where you can't even glance at yourself, you can rewatch those videos. You can look at those pictures when you felt good about yourself and go, wow, I may feel like shit right now, but I'm a hot bitch and no one can tell me otherwise. And here's the absolute truth about self-love. It's a journey for a reason. I've been on this journey for 2 years and I still fall into some fucked up and previous thought patterns about how I look and how I should be dressing. I pretty much say F you to those thoughts. Let's say you're in a romantic relationship, right? I assume that you're an adult and that maybe you have had a boyfriend or a girlfriend that you have been in love with. And if you haven't, that's okay. Your time is coming. Relationships also take time, right? You didn't meet your boyfriend one day and was like, oh wow, I love this man. Sign me up. That's me. That's for me. Like, it's not like that. There are multiple conversations that you have to have. There are multiple times that you guys spent time together. There were months of being like, wow, I really like this person, before realizing that you love them. And all I'm asking is that you give yourself the same grace, the same time, the same attention that you give to outside relationships. You have a relationship with yourself, and that relationship, although it may have been tainted by other people, although it may have been tainted by trauma, is still a relationship that you have. It's not going to be overnight. It's okay if you don't love yourself right off the bat, but the goal is progress. The goal is for you to like yourself. There's going to be months and maybe years of courting yourself before you're like, wow, I love myself. I think I am worthy of absolutely everything, and there is nothing wrong with that. This is where consistency comes into play. You remember when I said my third self-love pillar is consistency? That's the reason why. If I would have given up on day 5 of me going and saying nice things to myself, I would have been like, wow, this was kind of pointless, right? This was stupid. I don't feel any different. But I kept going. I kept getting dressed up in my cutest outfits and making TikToks in my bedroom. I started to wear those outfits then outside of the house and with my friends and with my partners and going out and having a good time in the outfit. Worked on how I view myself. I wrote down affirmations. It took time. So all I'm asking is, while you heal the hurt parts of you, to also give yourself that time and dedication and attention that you give to others. Okay? Anyway, I have to go now, but I love you, and I hope that eventually you get to the point where you also love yourself. Bye. Ladies, love yourself, because this shit can get ugly. That's why it's fuck get money. I really blame best friend for that.